Our journey has ended completing some of the biggest logs a level 3 can complete. We now move on to the greatest grind so far that will require me to level up in combat. Welcome to the Extreme Collection Log. So if you did guess that the Hunter Guild is our next collection log, you are absolutely correct. We are going to try and get these 6 items here, with one of them being the Quetzal pet. And as we all know from Tedious, unfortunately, it did take him a very long time to actually green log this. So he went 3 times the drop rate for the Quetzal pet, so I am kind of hoping I can get pretty lucky with this one here. Now, we are over here at the Book of Eternal Flame, mainly because we have all these pages here. Now, I do have a ton of the soak pages, thanks to, well, unfortunately being stuck at Temporos, but we didn't really get a lot of the Tome of Fire pages, so we didn't get a lot of the burnt pages itself. We could technically use these to get these, what is it, soil pages, I think it is, for the Tome of Earth, but we can't really touch any of that, and I'm afraid that if I actually do make these into those pages, then unfortunately it's going to start that collection log, which is something that we can't technically do. So since we're pretty low on the burnt pages, and I feel like, you know, we're going to be using the Tome of Fire a lot potentially in the future, we might as well use these pages onto the Book of Eternal Flame. So let's walk over to here and let's go and reinvigorate all 335 pages. And also, that's going to get us level 51 rune crafting as well. So 16,000 from those 300 pages. That's not too bad, actually. So if you do see in my inventory as well, we do have 5,670 steel bars. Now, we do have that Master Clue just sitting in our bank, but we do need the Brine Saber. And knowing with the Brine Rats, it is going to take most likely a bit of time. So we might as well go through and make some cannonballs so we can go down there to speed up the process to get that Brine Saber, complete the Master Clue, and then we can go on with the Hunter Guild grind for that green log there. So let's go through and make all these into cannonballs, and then we can go on to hunting the Brine Saber. No fucking way I got it that early. I kid you not, right? I just looked at the wiki to see it is a 1 in 512, alright? That's what I did. And I don't even have this open. Wait, really? Okay, so roughly around, what is that? 14 kills. It took me 14 kills to get the Brine Saber, a 1 in 512. Okay. Brine Saber obtained, so let's... I thought this was going to be longer than this. Let's go complete that Master Clue now. So I honestly thought that I'll be stuck at the Brine Rats for a very long time for me to get the Brine Saber, and then along the way, I'll be getting medium clues. But that definitely was not the case. And luckily, I was able to get that step done, and then Sherlock then told me to burn a magic log. So I'm pretty certain this one here should be the casket. And thank goodness for that. So this is going to be the Master Casket we could have done in the last episode, but considering that I had to get a Brine Saber, and I literally made all those cannonballs, and then I was very, very lucky to get the Brine Saber, we now have the Master Casket. So I really do hope I can get something from this. So we might as well open it here with Sherlock, and let's see what he can give us. Yeah, okay, thank you. So 3 used seeds, 22k, pest control teleports, and red firelighters. Alright, well, yep, you know what, that's cool, yep. I hate you too, Sherlock. Well, that sucked. Alright, well, can't really do much about that, and unfortunately, that is going to be one of the last, I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of the last clues for this video entirely, because I'm pretty sure with the Hunter Guild, it doesn't give me any clue scrolls, but I do know with the next log that will definitely give me, clue scrolls, I hope. But yeah, so since that is now out of the way, we got no more sidetracking to do. The only thing that would be is just doing farm runs. But for now, let's get ourselves geared up, ready to go to try and take on the Hunter Guild collection log. The Hunter Guild was released into Old School RuneScape on the 20th of March 2024. Along with the guild came the Hunter Guild collection log, which contains 6 items in total. To obtain these items, we need to open Hunter's loot sacks, specifically the expert loot sacks. The reason we want expert sacks is because they allow us to build a block list with the guild hunters, which helps us focus on specific creatures and receive better hunting tasks overall. This block list will also be important later on, as it helps maximize the best task for hunting one of the other hunter pets, the baby Chinchompa. With expert loot sacks, we have a 1 in 50 chance to obtain the Huntsman kit as well as pieces of the guild hunter outfit. However, the main item we're chasing is the Quetzin pet, which is obtained at a rate of 1 in 1000. The only thing I can hope for is to be under the rate for the Quetzin pet, but also I do hope to get 99 Hunter while we try to complete the Hunter Guild collection log. So this is the gear that we're going to be going through with for the Hunter Guild collection log. Now, before we do start it, we wanted to make sure that we had the At First Light quest completed, which I did forget to record. The main reason for this quest is so we can get Wolf over here to give us some rumors. Now, Wolf isn't going to be our main person to get these rumors. We're getting everything over from Tekko. So Tekko is going to be our main person to try and get all of the loot sacks. And hopefully that we can take, well, less than 1,000 loot sacks from them for us to green log this collection log here. So we might as well just start off with the block list, of course. So let's go over to Wolf here and let's see if we are able to get what we need to start this block list. So I did a little bit more reading of the recommended block list, and for the pet hunting section, it does say if you are only interested in baby Chinchompa and Quetzin, you should use the pet hunting block list above, but block herbivore instead of red salamanders. And what you want to block from the master guy Wolf is red salamander and sunlight antelope. So if I swap those around, so if I do this for herbivore, since I actually don't need the pet, originally I was just going to do herbivores just to get a ton of herbs, but I think I might just skip that because farming actually does pretty well for us there. So with the Master Hunter, which is Wolf here, we're going to be using them to block herbivore, so we might as well go on to the next Guild Hunter. So there is our second block list, which is the Saber-Tooth Kyat. So now we can move on to the next one, which is Ornus. So we need to try and get the Saber-Tooth Kebbit from this guy now. So there's the third block list completed. So now I need to go on to the next adapt here, which is, what's her name? Service? I think that's her name. I need to try and get the Sunlight Moth. And then lastly, from the Novice Guildman here, we need to get the Sunlight Antelope. Oh, well, okay. That was that was easy. Off the very first one. I really should not have done a big pause there. I should have just gone straight for it. So you know what? Since we got that done for the Sunlight Moths, let's see if we can immediately get the Sunlight Antelope here from Gilman. Let's have a look. Nah, red Chinchompas. Alright, that's fine. There we go. Alright. That is our whole block list completed. So now I can just get every single rumor I need from Tekko over here. So I want to make sure it lets me do it now. All right, perfect. Okay, so we do have these loot sacks here that we can open just to kind of start us off. So it took us 16 rumors in total for us to get the block list. So let's go over to the bank here. And we're going to have to like kind of reorganize all this here. Because, well, just started to realize that, well, unfortunately, everything that we do have is not everything going to be using while we're doing the rumors and that. So I'm not going to stress too much about, you know, trying to reorganize all this now. We're just going to see what we can get with what we got. So all we know is that with the basics, we can't really get anything from this. So we might as well just open all three of them. But the Quetzal feed will be absolutely amazing because we will most likely be needing those. But at least from the Adept and onward, we should be able to actually go through and, you know, we should be able to get some of the collection log items from here. I'll worry about this shit later here. So, let's see if we can get anything from these to start us off. So, nothing from the Adept. That's completely fine. But we did get a good amount of bird nests here, actually. That's pretty sick. Alright, what can we get from the Experts? Nothing. Alright. And then lastly, we have the 5 master ones here. So let's see what we can get from these ones. nothing as well. All right, I think there's actually enough Quetzal feed for what I actually need. Yeah, I think that's enough there, so I can, you know, if I do get the Teku salamanders, then I can actually go into that area there. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I think this is what we just need for now. Whilst I am, you know, doing this, we should be able to just double check to make sure that we have everything we need, but then we'll be indefinitely changing everything up. So let's get ourselves over to 100 total rumors, and we'll see if we can get anything new. So with these 2 red chin chompers caught, once we go and check this shaking box, there's the first level, which is 97 Hunter, so only 2 more levels to go. And I actually came to realize as well while I'm doing this, is that I get 5,555 XP every time I bring in the item that the guild hunters want. So for me to get to level 99, that will be just before 600 rumors completed. So it looks like if we do try to go dry for the pet, which is, well, that 1 in 1,000, we are definitely going to be getting ourselves 99 Hunter. And honestly, I am completely fine with that. So once we give this rumor in, that's going to be 100 in total. So we've got 84 of the experts to open. So let's hope we can get a couple of the, what's it called? A couple of the pieces of the gear, potentially the pet. And I actually do think I want the Huntsman kit more than anything, to be fair, because I hate seeing all these in my inventory. So let's see what we can get from these 84 expert loot sacks. Okay, well, that was just quick. Alright, so I actually now have access to a Quetzalwitzel. Unfortunately, it's not actually a part of the collection log, but this actually makes this a little bit more easier for me. So if I try and craft that with a U-log now, maybe tell us, you know, everything all together. All right, let me craft this. Okay, U-logs. Okay, how about you tell me how many U-logs I need? What the hell? Hang on, full inventory there. So let's craft it. You need U-logs and a basic Quetzal whistle. Oh, I don't have the whistle. Okay, well that makes sense. Oh, well that was a great start. I can't actually do that yet because that's the enhanced one, not the basic one. So I need to keep opening these until I get the basic one. Is that it? Oh, it's perfected. Come on, I need the basic one. Is that it? Perfected again. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. We got ourselves the Huntsman kit. And I did say I kind of wanted that first. So if we have a look into the Hunter Guilds. So we have... Actually, no, it doesn't tell me there. We've got 60 rumors in total completed. But that's 60 loot sacks opened. And now we actually have the Huntsman kit. Beautiful. No way! Oh! No way! I feel so bad. I actually feel so bad. I actually spooned it. No way. What? 66. 66. Okay. What do we say about this? Tedious? I am so sorry, man. I am actually so sorry. Let me open the side panel here, okay? So, technically, all right, 5, 10, 63. So, 63, fuck's sake, man. 63 of these sacks opened for me to get the Quetzal pet. Oh, TDs, you were online as well. Oh my. Well, all we need to do is just get the full set now. All right, Tedious, brother, I love you, but I am so sorry, man. For these 4 more to go, let's keep opening these to get the rest of it. Three, 2, 1, and nah. All right. So, fuck me, man. 63. So, what was it? We had 60 left. We already had, well, we started with 84, 24. I can't math it right now. I'll do it later. But holy shit. Like, that is actually insane of what I just did there to pull that pet so early. I feel so, this is just great. I just need to really put in the effort to get the rest of this done. So we just need the full Hunter Guild outfit, and then we are done with this collection log. This really this really shouldn't really take too long now. I can look at it. So I had to do a bit of searching on the wiki because I actually didn't know how to get the Quetzal whistle to begin with. But all you actually had to do was get 10 rumors completed, and then you just have to talk to this guy here. And then I should now get my own Quetzal whistle. And again, I forget the knife. Okay, now we can actually do all this. So let's craft the basic whistle, which then we should be able to then craft the enhanced whistle, and then we can craft the perfected whistle. Perfect. Okay, so this does not have any charges, but I think the way that you need to charge it is to use the hunter meats, I think it is. So let me actually have a look to see what kind of meats I actually do have. So we do have a good amount. So I think I just need to do... No, I don't need to drop the meat. I need to use the meat onto it. Need to combine this with filled butterfly jar using a pestle and mortar. Really? Okay, well, I didn't know this. So I'm going to try and sort this out for me to, you know, fill this up here. So we can then actually use this instead of... actually having to teleport to the Fortis Coliseum area, or the Fortis place over there, and then having to use a Quetzal to run all the way here. So when we go through and check this shaking box, I'm pretty sure this is how we got 97 Hunter, I believe. So once I check this box here, that is level 98 Hunter. So we only got one more Hunter level to go, and then we have gotten level 99 Hunter. So once we give this, what is it? Once we give this claw over to the Guild Hunter, that is 50 expert sacks there. It's better off for us just to go with 50 at a time. Definitely, because everything is a 1 in 50. So let's fix up our inventory here so we can go through and open these up, and hopefully we can get some of the pieces that we need. So let's hope that with these 50 here, we can potentially get 2 of the new items at least. It would be funny if I get a second Quetzal pet. I really hope that isn't the case, but we need to hope that we can get at least 1 of the pieces, and 2 would be pretty great. So let's see what we can get from these. There we go. The Guild Hunter headwear. So at least now when I go for another task, it's not going to take me as long because it will drop down the amount I can hunt, which is great. So now we just need to hope we can get another one. So 2850, so 128 we got this one, which is pretty nice. Let's see if we can get another piece. No fucking way back to back. No way we just did that back to back. Alright, well, just the legs and the boots to go now. Back to back to back? Never mind. Okay, so the last 5 to go. We just need the legs and the boots. 3, 2, 1, and... Alright. Well, 150 rumors completed. We are just missing 2 more, which is the legs and the boots. Yeah, I did just say that again. But at this point, we are kind of on rate, which is great. If we can get this in under 200, this would be brilliant. So let's collect another 50 more and see what we can get from that. Let's give this tuft over to Techo, and then that is another 50 sacks to go, and we are 375k away from 99 Hunter, but it really depends if we actually do get the last 2 items we need with these 50 sacks. So let's open them up, and let's see if we can complete this within 200. There it is. Alright, legs are done, so now we just need the boots. So that is, I think, 235 in total. I will be, you know, explaining what the actual amount is, but at this point it is 235, so 15 more to go in hopes we get the boots. Alright, last 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not going to get it. Called it. Alright, well, it just is the boots to go. So basically this means that every time I just get a sack, I just open it up and then we just test our luck to try and get the boots. So with this being the last item to go, let's hope that it doesn't take too long to get it. It is a 1 in 50, so we should be able to get this pretty soon, hopefully. So once we go through and catch this lovely grey Chinchompa here, and we check the box, that is level 99 Hunter completed. I generally thought this 99 Hunter was going to come from me being stuck at Herbie, but that wasn't the case. So we actually were able to get it while we are trying to go through this grind here. So now with me being able to use that cape, it makes it a little bit more easier for me to do this, though we only just need the boots. So let's go and finish this, potentially get the boots, but if we don't, well, we can just go get our hunter cape finally. I actually love that as soon as I get 99, I didn't get it, unfortunately, for the boots, but the next task is for me to hunt the red chins, and this will be a great place for me to just, you know, kind of hunt them down as I'm getting my 99 hunter cape. So let's speak to the NPC here. We'll say certainly, happy to pay for that. And there we go. We now have our 99 Hunter cape. You know, you always got to do the emote no matter what. Of course, it has to be the Kebbit as well. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so unfortunately, we are still just hunting down... Actually, we'll keep the hood. Yeah, still hunting down the boots. We are currently at 236 rumors, and I actually love the fact that I was too stupid to understand how XP works, and I thought I'll be getting 99 at like 600 rumors, which is not the case. We got that at 236, so yeah, my maths was not working, but hopefully the RNG will continue to work for us so we can get the last item we need to greenlog. Oh, there we go. There we go. It is finally done. Guild Hunter Boots. And it took us a total, if I can find it, Hunters Guild, 274 rumors. Pretty good. It is a little bit dry, considering everything here is a 1 in 50, so 150, 150, 150, 150, you get what I mean. But yeah, just a little bit over, but honestly, I'm completely fine with that, because we are officially done with the Hunter Guild, and I don't have to worry about Hunter ever again. I mean, technically I do because of the Chinchompa pet. I do want to try and get that in the future. But honestly, I'm just happy that now I have the Hunter Guild done. So let's actually have a look to see what we got during this, during this grind here. So just before we go through and actually look at everything that we got from the Hunter Guild collection log, I actually wanted to use up all these bird eggs that I got. I mean, we got the Quetzal pet, it's a bird, we got all these eggs that come along with it. And during my time with the bird houses, I actually did get myself an easy casket as well. So it should be alright for us to see if we can get a little bit more luck, considering that we did get ourselves the Quetzal pet extremely early. And yeah, you kind of heard from the last clip that I did use finally. I mean, to me, I actually just have a habit of saying it, but also as well, I do like to say it because it means finally I can get a video for you guys. So let's see how we do with these 16 bird eggs here. Hopefully I can possibly get one of the evil chicken pieces, but we won't know unless we actually go through with it. So let's test our luck with this. Open this easy clue then afterwards, and then we can have a look to see how much we, well, what we actually got from the Hunter Guild. Alright, last 3, and never lucky. Oh well. That's 98 offerings, which aren't so bad. So with that done there, let's have a look to see what we can get from this easy casket. Hopefully it might be a new clog item as well. Absolutely not. That is dreadful, man. Oh my god, that is that is horrible. Alright, well, at least we got some disappointment in this video here. But other than that, let's have a look to see what we actually got from the Hunter Guild collection log. So this is everything that we got from the 274 rumors. Now, what was cool about this is getting a ton of the bird's nests, because that's going to be very helpful in the future for those Ceredomin brews. A good amount of herbs, and of course the chin, since we were trying to hunt the baby Chinchompa. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get it, but at least I can say I really got spooned with getting the Quetzal pet. Now, when it came to all the stuff we got from the loot sacks that is part of the collection log, I did kind of miscalculate most of it here. So technically what I did advise was the actual amount of sacks we opened in total, but it wasn't the ones that actually gave us what we wanted. So the Huntsman kit was at 57, the Quetzal pet was at 58, Guild Hunter headwear at 125, top at 126, legs at 182, and the boots at 271. So technically it was a green log in 271 of the sacks there, but honestly, 274, it's still a good number. So if it was just to price check this to see how much we made, so from everything here, we have made 11.8 mil. Technically it would have been a bit more if we didn't use up our Quetzal feed, but we did actually need to do that so we can get to some of the areas for us to complete this collection log. So if you are wondering what our next collection log is, well, I mean, you can kind of see where exactly we are in the game, and you guys actually destroyed that like button from the last video there for me to do the gauntlet. So I will actually be doing that within the next video, so I am kind of looking forward to it. What I do know is that this grind here for the gauntlet is going to be a pretty long one. I mainly state that is because when this video is uploaded, I'm actually going to be overseas for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to try and do what I can from now up until before I do go overseas to get as many of the logs done. So then I know when I come back, there should hopefully be another video for you guys to watch. So let's get ourselves ready for the gauntlet grind, and hopefully we can try and spoon this one as well.